Hey, Bala Squiggles here. I'm going to be casting a game between LiquidJinro, the red Terran at the top right, and at the bottom left we have the blue Zerg, IMLosira. Both of these guys, tippity top players. Oh man, oh man. Losira, one of the scariest Zerg out there right now. In Korea, of course, Nest-T being a bit more scary, but you know what? It's okay because Losira, Nest-T, MVP, all of those players that are just terrifying to watch and play against, they're all on the same team. So I don't know what's going on over there at the IM house, but they're doing something right, either in their recruitment or their training, or probably both. But they are producing some scary talent right now. The Liquid House, not too shabby as well. We have LiquidJinro, quite an awesome fellow. And he is going to be, like I said, at the top right, throwing down that first supply depot to wall off his ramp. Always a good idea when you're playing against a Zerg or anybody that you don't want to just walk uninvited into your house. I say this is kind of like locking your door. This is like locking your front door as opposed to just going out in the world and leaving your door wide open, maybe with a little sign, a neon sign that says, come in and take whatever you want. So Jinro does not want that to happen, so going to be walling off. Meanwhile, Losira going to be doing what every Zerg has done since the beginning of time, which is make drones, send that Overlord out, going to be scouting. First Overlord is going to go over here. He is going to see that that is not where his opponent is going to be spawning, and this Overlord will eventually, in about 7-8 months, make it over here and find out that is also not where Jinro is, and at that point he will narrow down for sure that Jinro is over here. But before then, Jinro is going to be able to pretty much wall off completely. He's also going to get one gas, it looks like, so not going to go for any kind of two barracks play, and that's probably a good idea because he doesn't really know where his opponent is right now. You can see he's actually running to the Zelnaga watchtower just in case a drone or a Overlord floated by there, because he would be able to see the position they came from and get some inkling as to where Losira could be hiding. Of course, Losira, that's his name, is not really trying to hide as he's early expanding, which is also pretty good on this map because just the huge distances between everything. Looks like this first Marine from Jinro going to be running out on the map. Second Marine is going as well. Looks like it is rallied to the Zelnaga watchtower. So Jinro going to be taking early map control. Meanwhile, this SCV going to be running over here, and he will see that there is a hatchery going down, and he will be like, aha! Well, actually, is he going to see? No, he is not going to scout there's a hatchery. Instead, he's going to run up here. He's going to see the creep, and he's going to be like, okay, what's going on over here? He sees that there is a spawning pool, sees no gas over here. Going to run over here, going to see, yeah, okay, good. Now he's going to go check and see if there's a hatchery up, and he's going to be like, oh, the hatchery is already done. Well, that's fantastic. Ugh. You can see 8-10 Zerglings now coming out for Losira, so he really wants to get map control and really force Jinro to be on the defensive. You can see Jinro does have Marines everywhere. This Marine actually got a kill on a drone that was over here. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Okay, and now these Lings going to be running all over the place, grabbing the Zelnaga watchtower. Looks like this Ling going to be running over here and grabbing the Neverbud. Instead, he's going to run past the male and female Carracks, or whatever they're called. Yes, indeed. Love is in the air. And he's going to run up here and see that Jinro is going for some reactored Hellions, also throwing down that Expo, and the Ling is going to be like, And if we go to Losira's point of view, can he see? No, he cannot see that expansion. That's actually good to know, that you can't actually see that. Okay, so Hellions are out now, and Jinro going to be trying to take back some map control with those Hellions. You can see Spinecrawler already on the way. For Losira is also going to be putting down that creep tumor. That's actually what it sounds like. And looks like Losira, I love this positioning by these Zerglings, is going to have them positioned here just in case Jinro does any kind of early push out. Then he's going to be able to counterattack in. And right now you can see there are some Hellions doing some damage, but actually getting no kills, it looks like, between these two Hellions. That's unfortunate for those Hellions. Looks like some of the drones got a little bit roasty-toasty, but they are going to be absolutely fine. This creep is spreading now. There is the Spinecrawler. Two Queens on the ramp saying none shall pass because they stayed up way too late last night and watched some Lord of the Rings. Wait, that wasn't them. That was me. Oh, Alright, going back to the game, looks like siege mode being researched now. Second siege tank on the way. And I do like this by Terran players, getting out the siege tank before siege mode. You see a lot of newer players get the siege mode and then the siege tank, or get both at the same time. But getting out that extra unit just in case any kind of roaches or anything happens is so nice for holding it off, because tank's pretty good against roaches. and just pretty good at holding positions, even without siege mode. I mean, with siege mode, they get exponentially better. Meanwhile, over here, it looks like some Hellions putting on some pressure, able to severely damage some of these and get a couple of kills. A couple. It looks like, wow, actually keeping both Hellions alive. That's admirable. And it looks like, oh, so many Zerglings, and they actually have speed, so you got to be careful. Flaming some of them. They're so low. They're so low on health, and they both go down, but not before they take out a good number of Zerglings at the same time. Go ahead and check out the units right now. We can see 8 Marines, 2 Siege Tanks, 27 SCVs, and 2 of those OP units. Versus, looks like 38 drones, 3 Zerglings is all, and a couple of 3 Queens. Now, it does look like there is going to be a Baneling nest going down for LiquidJinro as he grabs gas number 3 and 4. And he is just going to be super uber droning. And look at this. Here comes Jinro with this nice little push. Has 2 siege tanks. And he's going to be seeing if he can cement a good position for himself. 3rd siege tank and a couple more Marines following along behind. Of course, these NPC characters, the Karax, are just going to be just watching and being like, oh, yes, I see what you're doing. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, Zerglings, got to be careful. Actually, Zerglings could actually try to take advantage of this because siege tanks were not sieged. But it looks like the Zerglings are instead going to just go over here, pick off some reinforcements. That is very, very nice, and actually just going to be chilling outside the natural, now running in and going to be catching a couple of siege tank blasts, but going to be delaying Jinro able to do anything here, and it looks like Jinro is going to be putting these siege tanks just out of position. There we go. Oh, the spine crawler's got to move. He's taking lots of damage. So much damage being done by the spine crawler, and he doesn't even care. He's just going to take it. Taking one for the team. What a team player. Wow, if only everybody played like that. Then everybody would be dead. Okay, looks like a couple of bunkers going down now for Jinro. Does have a decent amount of Marines, not the most. And you can see the LiquidJinro actually with some Banelings right now, waiting on Baneling speed to finish, I think. Also has a few Zerglings up, but he's being very, very patient, not trying to break this contain right now. Even though bunkers are going up, he doesn't care. He is going to be super slow and super conservative, and you can also tell he has all these Zerglings over here, and he's just going to be picking off reinforcements, so he knows that this contain, as scary as it is not going to be getting any scarier, at least not while these Zerglings have anything to say about it. Going to be throwing in just a couple extra Zerglings, seeing what's going on. Lost 1 Zergling to some splash damage from a siege tank. That's a great positioning on that siege tank. And now, Jinro going to be moving out with another siege tank and another siege tank and some Marines and trying to, but oh no, look at this, reinforcements getting totally surrounded. And this is what I was talking about. LiquidJinro is just doing such a good job of sniping one of those siege tanks and actually killing all those Marines as well. Whoa, this one Marine, he's going to have stories to tell when he gets back home. Oh, wow. How did that guy even live? I don't really know. And it looks like he still will live. Oh, this Marine with 2 kills. Somehow living. But look at this. LiquidJinro is actually using this path right here to go around and up. So he's actually not engaging this contain. So Jinro's like, ha, I got you contained. And LiquidJinro's like, I'll just use the back door. That's fine, man. You can see LiquidJinro going to be counterattacking into, or not counterattacking, but rather just getting these reinforcements again. And there we go. Now the counterattack is going to be happening as he runs inside. And there is, a siege tank just now sieges. Nice damage done there. But the orbital of LiquidJinro taking a lot more damage, and the SCV is forced to run away yet again. So LiquidJinro is just doing a phenomenal job of keeping Jinro off of his natural. Like, Jinro, oh man, this is like incredible. He can't do anything. His natural is just under siege the entire time. You can see there's a spire now, almost done. Oh, wow. And as the spire finishes, you can see lots of Banelings still. LiquidJinro being so patient. Doesn't care about this contain at all. He's just like, whatever. I mean, he actually could break down these destructible rocks and run this way too. But no. He's just going to go around here. It's easier, quicker, faster. Going to be running this way. And at first when I saw him do that, I thought he was just going to go for a surround attack in this way at the same time he attacks this way. But he's not even doing that. He's just setting up this cool position here. He even has the Zelnaga watchtower and just keeps counterattacking into the natural of Jinro. Look at this. Orbital taking a lot of damage. Has lost a few SCVs. Let's go to the unit lost tab just really quick. We can see, it looks like, okay, not too many workers lost. But, I mean, Jinro not able to reinforce this, and now another Zergling going to be poking in. But it looks like these Lings, where are they going to go? I don't even know. Looks like they're just going to be scouting around a little bit. Meanwhile, mutas are out. And that's a scary number of mutas. Excuse me, that is 14. 1 siege tank goes down for free because that's how mutas can do when they get that cliff, and this counts as a cliff right here. Now it looks like these mutas are going to be swinging around here from the side, and here comes a lot of Zerglings as well. Could this be the time that LiquidJinro is waiting for? I don't know. It's looking pretty good to me. And here we go. There's the attack from the top. Where's the attack from the bottom? Here comes the attack from the bottom. It's going to be a nice little sandwich maneuver. It looks like these mutas are actually taking quite a bit of damage, but it doesn't matter because all siege tanks are dead, and now all the bunkers are dead. This last bunker is trying to be salvaged as quickly as possible. Not going to happen. He is going to go down anyway, and LiquidJinro has broken out of the contain that did not contain him at all. This choke was effectively controlled, but he just ran around the side this way. And yeah, so now as soon as he breaks out of that contain, throwing down that expo, he may actually double expand, I think. Yeah, there we go. So going to be double expanding is LiquidJinro as he tries to get even more ahead on supply, running around with these otherlings up here, making sure that Jinro has not snuck an extra base, because LiquidJinro knows how much damage he has done to Jinro and how little Jinro has actually been able to mine off of this expansion. So, okay, here comes a lot of mutas. Wow, and they're going to be picking off one missile turret. Looks like another muta just flying over, getting absolutely owned. And there's a lot of Marines as well just shooting these mutas. But look at this. There's actually nothing here to stop these mutas. Looks like these Marines are running back. Stim is not done. Stim is not done. It's almost done, but it's not done yet. And so these mutas have this slight timing. And are they going to be able to do anything? Killing a couple of SCVs. Stim is now done. Okay, so Jinro stimming. The stutter step micro. Looks like this missile turret getting some hits in. No kills from the missile turret. Marines getting some nice damage in. But during that whole thing, keep in mind, even though LiquidJinro actually lost quite a bit and supplies are now equal, he is getting these 2 expansions up for pretty much free. And by free, I mean, of course, it costs 300 in a drone each, but there's no kind of harassment at all. Just now, Jinro moving out. That is a scary amount of units coming out by Jinro. Go ahead and look at the army tab really quick. We can see, yeah, okay. Okay, so it looks like, well, I don't know. One has more minerals, one has more gas. Oh, here comes a counterattack with Zerglings. Zerglings all up in the base. Stem goes down on these few units, and now it looks like Zergling's going to be running here into the natural as well. Don't fret, I am watching this right here. Yes, I am. This Marine, feeling very lucky, is going to go ahead and run over here. Here comes the stem, and all these Marines are going to be running forward, and the mutas are going to back off instantly. Siege tank sieging up. Bunkers going down yet again, and it looks like Jinro, meanwhile, has lost quite a bit of stuff. Go ahead and look again. Yep. So it looks like LiquidJinro actually killed about 10 or 8 more SCVs with that counterattack. Little just pokes with his Zerglings, and so now Jinro going to be trying to leapfrog forward. Well, he actually moved from like here to here, but he's being very slow, very patient. Oh no, this queen is not going to live long. Boom! One Baneling goes off on one Marine. That is totally fine. And now, looks like Jinro stemming in some additional Marines. Is he going to go for it? I don't know. These siege tanks are doing a good job of covering his Marines, so those Banelings can't really get any hits. But, I mean, LiquidJinro just has so many Banelings and so many mutas, and these mutas, again, poking in from the side. Are they going to be able to get the siege tank? Oh, the siege tank lives. Wow, but more Marines running over. Actually murdered a good number of Marines there as well. Another counterattack coming in from LiquidJinro, doing a lot of damage and forcing Jinro to lift up that orbital command yet again. Wow. Wow, Jinro cannot control his expansion this game to save his life. He's instead going for control of this area, which has worked out for him so far, because LiquidJinro, and this is really kind of a terrifying tactic that Zergs have been employing lately, I've noticed. They're just refusing to fight your army. You're like, I'm going to contain you here, and they're like, I'll attack you everywhere else. And as we see in this game, that means a lot of little pokes right here. When there is an attack, the Zerg comes from here and from the other side. We can see here comes Zerglings, Banelings, and mutas. Zerglings streaming it from the top as well. Banelings taking out absolutely everything. Nice siege tank shots, killing a ton of Banelings. But there are still so many Banelings left over. Looks like nice micro by Jinro to keep a lot of those Marines alive. These Marines are going to be sprinting forward. You can see Jinro is down in a bit by supply. Needs to make something happen here, and here he goes. Zergling's getting a decent round. So many Mutalisks, though. More Mutalisks than Marines. There go all the Marines. 45 supply versus 100 of LiquidJinro, and there is the GG. So LiquidJinro not cracking under pressure at all. Looks like he did lose that expo, actually. But you know what? He did such a good job of just being patient, just chilling right here, using this escape to just not attack Jinro. And because Jinro was waiting on creep, not attacking into creep, he was going from here to here to here, really slowly moving forward with bunkers and turrets and siege tanks and Marines. And LiquidJinro, meanwhile, just kept on running around this way, getting back in this position, which was right behind this position. He would just control the Zelnaga watchtowers, and he just kept on counterattacking, picking off reinforcements, not letting the contain get any bigger, and just kept on punishing this expansion. I mean, look at this. We are at the end of the game. We are 19 minutes, 46 seconds in, and look how many minerals are left on Jinro's natural. Yeah, see? Jinro's main, mind out. Jinro's natural, hardly been touched, and it's not from a lack of trying. 20 minutes in on only doing one base. I mean, Jinro did quite well considering he was resource starved the entire time because there was just so many Zerglings all over the place by LiquidJinro doing so much damage. Very, very cost effective, and just keeping Jinro off of his natural is crazy. I've actually really never seen anything like that before. So congrats to LiquidJinro. Like I said, scary good Zerg. Wow. All right, guys, that's it for me. As always, leave comments down below. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later.